Can you hear me then? That's good. Alright. So we're continuing exactly where you left off because I haven't played since, so trying to find this bow, I believe it was. And we are still playing on lethal difficulty as well. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. I was supposed to press that one. There we go. I knew this would happen. I'm getting a little bit confused when I was playing Weirdest Samurai. I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was probably going to happen. I'd get confused with the buttons. Yeah, I knew I'd start getting a bit confused because what was R1? I think R1's to block, so that's why I pressed R1. That's what I got confused by. Not exactly the best idea to play two different samurai games at the same time. I'm still pressing it, which is really annoying. Surprise smoke bomb, yeah. So I'm trying to find blue flowers.
矢筒を新しくいたしませんか。さあどうぞ。
また頼むぞ。
またいつでもいらっしゃってください。
何かご入り用でしょうか。どうかご武運を。影さあ。
Ah, I see it. Just saw the flowers poking through the trees there.
Aoi hana, この方向だ。弓はあそこだ。
Quite a big bow.
Uchitsuneの長弓。ここはどこだ。
その弓を持てば最後まで死に取りつかれることになるぞ。
Well, nah, no, it's not. I'm still getting really confused by weird samurai, that sort of thing. Well, wasn't prepared for that. Yeah, I feel as if I am getting generally confused because when I'm trying to do stuff properly, I feel as if like I am mixing up. Like, so what am I trying to do here? I really need to remember. It's not helping. Bad idea, bad timing really to try and get used to the controls again for this game. In fact, it's not the fact that it's hard, it's the fact that because it's so, like, you have to be very, like, quick on what you're doing, like, my mind sometimes goes back to what I do in The Weirdest Samurai, so I try blocking backwards when I don't need to do that, because that's not part of this game. So it's not as if I'm given an easy way to get used to the controls. I think you learn them really quick again. That's the thing. It's not like an easy introduction again. You know what I mean? Like, if you're given an easy introduction, you're going to get used to it more. But because I'm thrown into it at the deep end, so to speak. Well, why are you facing that way for?
猛虎を倒すことが先決。呪いは後で考えよう。
なるほどな。首を洗っておくがよい。
Try parrying in that time rather than holding the block, because the parrying is very well, it's not really, because parrying in the way of the samurai is a lot harder. Wow, it's more like you're countering out their attack more than parrying. Parrying is, it's different. You would have to watch the game to see exactly what I mean. It's not the same type of parrying as it is in this.
猛虎を倒すことが先決。呪いは後で考えよう。
なるほどな。首を洗っておくがよい。
But this is the type of challenge that I want. I just wish this type of challenge was when I actually still knew the controls properly. So, like I said, you're getting thrown in at the deep end, so... He can block very quickly after going out with his heavy attack. So I just want to double check some moves to see I'm not forgetting anything. So I am remembering the sidestep. I know I can do this, but he's a bit not too good because he attacks you quite quickly. I know I have the other stances, but generally it says, like, you know, it's more effective against swordsmen, and he is a swordsman. While these are typically used more so against other guys. But I might try something, because the rapid strikes might be good against him more so. So I might try that a little bit, but I just want to be sure. So this is like, yeah, you can parry right before that, and you do that to counter attack. Just all the different type of things that I gain from it. Oh, I've got the delayed strike, but I don't know how good the delayed strike is going to be good against him. The bash. Yeah, I know that. Okay. Okay. This kind of reminds me when you were watching me play God of War against the Valkyries, though. But at least then I actually knew the controls, and it was just generally hard. This is more like, I'm trying to quickly remember the controls, so it's all a bit of a faff, really. Yeah, the standoff. I will. And again, I know I could use the ghost weapons. I probably could. I wonder if it probably most likely does allow me, but I'm not going to.
猛虎を倒すことが先決。呪いは後で考えよう。
なるほどな。首を洗っておくがよい。
I tried parrying him because he's low health, so if I parried him once I would have been able to get the bastard. Getting there though. Because I do wonder if I can block his, break his defense. Because he is quite fast with it.
猛虎を倒すことが先決。呪いは後で考えよう。
Why are you facing the other way for? Oh, I forgot to heal. Whoops. Oh, I can break out. That's interesting. I can break him when he's trying to do his heavy attack. Oh, you bastard. You're on a speck of health. It's fun though. Once I'm starting to remember the controls, it's actually fun rather than being frustrating because I don't remember the controls. way. There we go. I don't know why he faces the away sometimes. That puts me off a little bit.
猛虎を倒すことが先決。呪いは後で考えよう。
なるほどな。首を洗っておくがいい。
Ah, he forgot to heal them. Well, I died anyway, so that was pointless.
内常の呪いか。
So it generally was actually a demon. How interesting. I thought it was just some guy trying to protect it, which is in a way, but he's actually a fictitious thing, so not actually real. High damage and zoom, but long draw time, and you cannot crouch. Okay. Ah. But yeah, like I said, it probably would have taken me half the time it took if I say I did this straight after, or even a day after I played this game last. But because I played Way of the Samurai for the last 2 days now, it affected me because when I use the smoke bombs, for example, like I said, I think you do block with the R1 button in Way of the Samurai, so that's why I was pressing it at the wrong times, because that's what I was just trying to do. And the way certain combos and just generally the way you attack in the Way of Samurai is different. I mean, you still use square and triangle, but the way you use them are in different ways. Like normally you would want to parry or push an enemy before you use a heavy attack. And there is a move that it's really hard to do in Way of Samurai, mostly because it's a PlayStation 2 era game, so getting times right is quite hard. But you can effectively do what you can do like in fighting games, for example. You would know this yourself because you play a fighting game, where like if you block at the right time, it can negate your opponent's attack, where they still follow through with it, but it does no damage to you. It just completely negates it. You don't take no damage, and you can immediately follow up with another attack without actually properly blocking. It's like a well-timed. What do you call it in fighting games? There's a name for it, right? I can't remember what you call it exactly, but it's that where like you basically block at exactly the right time, and it just like, is it a parry or just like it negates their attack? Just like bang, and you can hit straight away. Because I've seen a video where like someone managed to like do that in Street Fighter Alpha 3, I think it was, and it was like pretty impressive when he was doing it against Ryu's, one of Ryu's special moves, and you just get just like that fast when they do it. It's crazy. But there is a name for it, I know, but you would probably know what it is. So how big is this bow? Is it generally the same size? It looks longer. Oh no, it's a bit longer. A bit longer. How can you even hold that bow? It's huge. Whew. But hey, at least we did it. I'm glad for that. Kind of games which negate damage, which are like perfect block and are few and far between. I don't know if it has a specific name, but it's usually a property of block and that is mentioned. Like for example, like in Street Fighter, you can do it, and like it makes like a little yellow flash. At least in Street Fighter Alpha 3, it makes like a little flash where the enemy still follows through with their attack, but it does nothing to the opponent, and the opponent could choose to attack right away or just negate it and do whatever. Can you do that in Dem's fighting herds then? Can you do that in there? Can you just negate someone's attack? Because that's what you can do in Way of the Samurai basically, but it's really hard to do because getting the timing right on a PlayStation 2 game is a lot harder than it is on here. Because you've seen like when the time slows down when I do a well timed block, I'm able to do it a lot more often on here than I'm ever able to do on Way of the Samurai. Like, I sometimes do it by chance. Like I try to do it and I do it, but it's very 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 rarely that I do it. Because like I don't know, sometimes it's like, do I have to block first and then let go and reblock again, or do I just literally block as soon as they try to attack me? But I've tried both times, and it's just luck at the end of the day. You have to like play the game a lot and like practice that particular type of action in the game to be able to do it properly. It's really difficult. But the opponents, especially when you put on a higher difficulty, they do it almost constantly, and it's almost like a pain in the ass that they can do it so easily. But it's not something you can necessarily do on here. It's more like the critical parry you can do on here. But yeah, you can only do so by. So there's no such thing as what I've explained, like how you would see. Do you know what I'm talking about? Because you've watched fighting tournaments, right? So you know what I'm talking about in Street Fighter games, right? Because you said you've watched Street Fighter um, games, so you know what I'm talking about. So take Street Fighter for example. Do you know what I'm talking about in terms of Street Fighter? So what's it called in Street Fighter then? Hmm. But that was fun though. I generally really enjoyed that. Oh, what's got explosive arrow now? Cool. So it's like Lombo. Now to the fire. Boom. There we go. That's what they are. Okay. Well, I'm sure I do feel like it does have a name. I do, because it would make sense to, right? If it's like a prominent thing in professional fighting games, then it would surely have a name. So I'm just saying. Oh yeah, it does take a while to aim, and I can't use the other arrows with it. So it definitely will be a case of, switching between the arrows, because well, switching between the bows, because if I can't use the light bow or the half bow arrows with this one, then I'm definitely going to be switching between them, because you won't want to use heavy bow all the time for enemies without helmets and stuff. Right. See, when you say pushback and block stun, I'm like, I don't know exactly what those mean, so you kind of have to say it in layman's terms, because, yes, I like fighting games, but I've never been into them so much to know all the terminology. All I know is that you block at the right time, the enemy's attack still follows through, but it deals no damage to you, and you can choose to immediately attack right away after, rather than waiting as you normally would until your block has been successfully finished. Right. So while you continue to speak your stuff, oh, there's a merchant there, is there? I might go and see the merchant, or no, because I'm going to go to the Golden Mountain anyway. But there's no merchant there. Right, we'll go to the merchant first, and we'll go to the Golden Temple, because I've got a lot of things to get from there. What's this place? Oh, that's the hot springs, isn't it? Right. Okay. It reduced how much you will be pushed back from attacks as you block it, and will reduce for how long you will be in a blocking state for. So it's very similar. You know, it will reduce the state, so you get more of a chance to, you know, attack immediately after. But you still get affected by it in terms of physically, so you're still like pushed back, so to speak, and you still are in a block stance, but for just a short period of time. Okay. Okie dokie. I mean, I still want to keep playing with a samurai, but I'm kind of concerned that it's going to affect me in both games. Like, I'll play this and then, you know, I'll forget what I'm doing in that game, and vice versa, as you saw with the smoke bombs in that fight. Like, I do really appreciate that they do a smarter way of increasing harder difficulties, because the typical way of increasing enemy difficulty is just to give them more health and them to do more damage against you. But in this case, they haven't done that. The only thing they've done is increase both damage from you and the opponent, not just the opponent themselves, without giving them extra health. So it's just literally a case of you both have the sort of same pool of health. Although he seems to take more damage than me, but he's a boss, I guess, so it matters. But you know, he only takes slightly more damage than me overall, right? Or a decent bit. Think about it, because I've been healing. But regardless, he doesn't have like an overwhelming lot of health, right? So I can still cope with him. It's not that like I'm there forever, like how the Valkyrie were, for example. But I'm not saying the Valkyrie thing in there was bad. I'm just giving it as an example. Like, you know, that it still took a while. While this was like, you know, just generally like no more than 10 strikes, you know, and he's defeated. But I thought I heard the other guy. I thought the other guy was still alive. He might be, but I can't see him. But yeah, so, you know, they don't get any more health. Both you and the opponent do extra damage. So it's like you're almost on like an even playing field, especially against regular enemies that are not bosses. You're very much more on an even playing field. Bosses slightly less so. But it's still very fair overall, I would say. What do you think about the lethal mode so far? Do you think it's a better implementation of it than it is in other games that just generally love to make them harder? With just like, you know, what do they call them? You know, damage sponges, right? Bullet sponges. Yeah, this game doesn't have no sword sponges. Ah, they've done all this up again, have they? Sweet. Oh no, there's still stuff on the ground. Purple's a nice colour. What's the colour normally? The colour normally is like reddish. Yeah, I've got red on it, so it does go with the outfit that I have on at the moment, but I think I will grab the purple one because, like I said, I'll probably be switching between this colour for this armour and the yellow version, so I'd probably use the purple with the yellow version. And I will get this one as well. Oops. Yeah, because I remember like when I've seen some people play. Oh yeah, I was supposed to go to that Fox Den, wasn't I? Alright, I'll go to the Fox Den first. Fox Den, then thingy, because I was supposed to do that last time, but you didn't remind me to go there, so I'll go and do it now. So I'm on the wrong horse, great. Where did my horse go? No, I got to run away a little bit now, or else that horse is just going to be the horse I'm going to be using. There we go. So look at that evening sun again, that is delightful. Especially against the yellow leaves and trees. Like I said, it is a shame that you aren't able to watch. Let me just do this first. Damn things. They're always a pain in the ass to figure out. Yeah, it's a shame you can't watch it. Well, you can, but you'd have to watch it muted. But honestly, like, half the game is the visuals, and the other half is genuinely the sound. It does have some good and funny sounds in the game. Yeah. If I get a purple colour armour set, that would be very nice too. I'm not going to do a standoff against you, I'm just going to fling an arrow at you. Not this arrow, no. Not that one either. Am I still using that one bow? What bow am I using? No, I want the long bow, that's all. Half bow, that's all I want. Peg you in the head. There we go. That was rude. Juniper. Just give me a sec as well, I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm back. Also, I do like these Mongol artifacts that you can find. It's generally fairly interesting to know about the things that they've used and just part of their religion almost, isn't it? And there was something as simple like a gold bracelet, but it tells you, oh yeah, this is a gold bracelet, but this is like how they would have their gold bracelet and stuff. And interesting that they would use juniper in that way as well. What's up there? Who sees me up here? Was it messing around with those guys? Oh, do you want to see a fun thing as well? Where'd you come from, sneaky bastard? Did you even see him? I didn't. Where are these guys coming from? I was lucky enough to block that then. Oh, there you are. Aha. Anyway, use this technique point quickly if I need to. we'll get this one. Because those strikes are good. They did help me a little bit when I was fighting the Tengu demon, for sure, because you managed to get like a quicker flurry of attacks in than their heavy attacks, so they're a little bit harder to block. That's why I've managed to get a good few of them in. But what I was saying, if you see these signs where it's showing a person bowing, what you do is the game doesn't tell you this. I just figured it out. This is what you got to do on my own. Is that if you bow for the sign, a special effect happens. Look at that. Isn't that pretty quirky? They almost look like leaves that are just like acting as like bugs, don't they? Like little flying dragonflies or something. I wonder if they actually are leaves and they're just like acting as like flying insects. That's kind of funny, but I think no, I think they're just insects. But yeah, these are things that are all like scattered throughout the game as far as I've seen. There are different locations. And each one, as far as I've seen, has different effects. Like, I've had one that has leaves, like, blow around me like a tornado. Not a fast one, but, you know, slow-moving tornado. And I've had one where, like, it spawns frogs, which is kind of quite funny, too. Ones like that, and that was the first time I've seen one that, like, spawns, like, almost like these dragonflies, almost. But that was fun. Alright. And like I said, the game doesn't tell you to do that. You just kind of like go, oh, this is telling me to do this. Or at least suggesting that I probably should do that. So you do, and you're like, oh, that's cool. Right, here it is. Or she. I'm not judging. Ooh, wrong button. And we got some bonus Luna from BK, it seems. I just saw him send a shout out about it. You'll be seeing a Luna in a minute. Oh look, there's another battle thing, but I'll do that after I praise the shrine. There we go, I got my new charm slot unlocked. Which should be my last one, I believe. This early in the game. Because there isn't any other slots there, so... Let's see, so I got the Achilles... Achilles, just saw how deal bonus does about 15 out left. Moderate reduced damage taken on 15 out left. So it's like... Gain better healing at 50 less health, more attack damage is reduced against me, and I deal more damage when I'm at half health. So they're all like related in some way or another. We'll going to put that one back on now. I'm curious to see how much damage that will actually help reduce, if I'm being honest. So we'll put that on for now.
あなたのおかげで生き延びることができました。これから小松に戻ります。
そちらの精鋭を出せ。
So yeah, as you saw, like another one of the shrines. It took a couple of tries. I think it's because I had to pet the fox first before it would work. But you see like some like little blue flying insects or bugs or something or whatever it was like. But yeah, those sort of things just do that sort of thing, and it is certainly fun to do. And yeah, the eagle just stood there. I thought I could kill it. That's why I was trying to hit it. And that was the first time I've seen one of those because like the game pointed out like, oh, like, you know, they have an eagle, so like they are able to see you if you're trying to sneak and stuff. Well, that's a trebuchet. That's cool. So, bear. Burn bear. I'll take that. Where am I now? I am coming into that outpost, so. We'll go through it. What was that? Smoke bomb, I'll take that, yeah. What's going on down there?
Hindman, harach we wine. Как что ты? Библи, Hindman.
I definitely feel like I'm getting a lot more used to it now. Certainly doing a lot better than I did even before I was playing before. Getting used to it. I guess that mini boss really kicked me into high gear, so to speak. Let me see. Oh, no, wrong place. What are you wanting me to come here for?
どうぞご無事で。
I'm not sure.
鎧を仕立て直しましょうか。あなたをお守りするためなら腕を振るいましょう。
I do like the Ronin attire still.
礼を言う。
きっとあなた様をお守りしてくれます。島がこんなに早く乗っ取られるなんて嘘みたい。あの時私はアザモ浦にいて船が見える前から。
Let's have a look at these Luna. Gosh, there's quite a lot of them. I'll have to show most of those in a little bit. But I'll show the Luna one for now. Avenging Lord, worn by a lord whose brutality was infamous. I'll get there in a minute. Whose brutality was infamous. Oh, I also got that as well, did I? I mean, wearing it of this still doesn't look that bad, I must admit. I mean, I like how it says for those who wish to stay anonymous, but wearing one of these masks, you know, still going to be hard to tell either way. Yeah, there's the Fees Wrath, I saw that. Just let all of that stuff go through. There's quite a few sketches. He's doing a new theme this month, I believe, and he's posted sketches of it. Sweet. But the Luna was just a bonus one, so to speak. I wonder what they use for the hair, like the mustache and stuff. It's probably like horsehair or something. Increases range and damage. Yeah, we'll upgrade you at least once. Not sure what it does visually, but there you are. Yeah, all of them look generally the same, if I'm being honest. Bit of a shame that they didn't emphasize more on that aspect. 420.
Mata koyo.
What do you want me for, bird? There's nothing going on over there at the moment.
刀鍛冶をお探しですか。太刀のことならお任せください。 者たち、どうか我らをお守りください。
Right, so we want to go back down here now. Get my Shishimo banner. Is it Shishimo? Sashimo, no. That's it. Sashimo, no.
どんな鎧でも結構です。
ここへ。
So I probably won't be playing for the same time I normally do. I probably might play a little bit earlier, mostly because I'm starting a bit late and I don't want it to get too late before I do the nightly stuff, because I have to do double Dickens tonight because I didn't do yesterday. So what we'll probably do is we'll check out this horse saddle and then the next mission and see where it goes from there. Well, that was a bit awkward. Okay, that's that one shrine, isn't it? I can also probably do that shrine now, because that shrine said I couldn't do it before because I didn't have a tool. But now that I got the climbing grapple hook, that's probably what it means by what I need. But we'll go and see the horse saddle first and then see about that after. Oh, you're still alive.
よし、いい子だ。
Perdiu! Colarizzec! Perdia corpe! Perdiu!
Oh, I thought you were dead. That's why I stopped.
ださい。
動くな。
殺されるかと思いました。奴ら飯も食わさず死ぬまで働かせるんです。
もう案ずるな。手を貸してくれる者。
筒で家族とはぐれてしまい、大浜の集落への道で追いつこうとしたのですが、猛虎の野営があるとは知らず捕まってしまいました。
始末しておこう。だが街道には近寄るな。
That's miles away. Worry about that later.
生き延びような。
I don't even remember where the other one was. Not a big deal though. Oh, are you going to be that one that takes me down there again? Well, I'll do you later then.
Kakero,
酒井様。私の名は玄宝。疲れた民を励まそうと努めております。
良い心がけだな。
菰田の浜で亡くなったお侍様たちを忘れないためには言葉だけでは足りません。そこで武家の家紋が入った旗から勇気を授かり、猛虎に屈してはならないと皆に伝えようと考えております。
登り旗はございましたか？
ちょうど今足立家について記された巻物を読んでいたところです。初代は対馬の始祖と呼ばれてたそうですが、その言われはご存知ですか？
島中にあるかがり火台と有明の小金寺を建てたからだな。叔父上の城の守りを強くする際は足立殿も手を貸してくださったらしい。建物の弱みを見つける際もあり、槍川の反乱の折も尽力された。
さようなことが。教えてくださり恩に来ます。
感謝の印としてこちらをお納めください。
お達者で。
That's cool. Mostly just changes the colour more than the actual armour, which is fine. In a way, I'd rather not know what I haven't unlocked yet, rather than be able to see it, but it is what it is. And I really do like the white against the black as well. As much as you may be thinking I like the red, but the white is also very nice too.
旗はお持ちですか？武家のお話をご存知なのは今や対馬には数えるほどしかおりません。どうかお話をお聞かせください。
今から少し昔のこと、賊に囲まれたことがあってな。一人で戦おうとしたところ、急に奴らが背を向け森の中へと逃げていった。振り向くと長尾家の弓取りたちが丘の上に列をなし空へと矢を放っていたのだ。赤子の頃から鍛錬を始めた者たちだと賊も聞いていたのだろう。おかげでいさかいはその場で終えることができた。その夜酒でもてなしたことは言うまでもなかろう。
素晴らしいお話でございました。他の者にも聞かせてやらねば。あなた様のご助力ありがたく存じます。
Ooh, still getting stuff. Ah yes, I do like the yellow.
他の武家の旗がありましたらお持ちいただけるでしょうか。
In fact, while I've got the yellow, I'm gonna switch to my yellow for this armor at least. Because I don't have a yellow for this one. I don't even think there was a yellow, but that's still very nice. I say, I do still like the way that looks, even on this. Because it generally, in a way, to me, looks like you're just trying to keep your face warm during cold weather. Because imagine a mask doesn't really do that, because that's just like metal, that's going to feel cold, man. But I'm guessing this is more for like, if you have a specific outfit that is more towards the ninja stuff, the ninja appearance. See, I do really like the green one. My favourites would probably be this one, not too much because I'd rather have it without the blue with like some white or black there. I really do like this one, the white with the brass and the square Suba. It's called a Suba, right? Yeah, the square Suba. The green is also very nice with the black and so. And that was pretty neat too because it doesn't have a shark skin wrapped handle like the other ones do. This one looks like it's made from some sort of hardwood. think I will end it there for now because it's coming up to an hour and a half that I played for. So in half an hour less to make up for it being fairly late, and I do want to do the stuff on the PC tonight, get that out of the way. And also, don't forget as well, I got up for work this morning, so if I stay up, like hypothetically, if I stay up until the time at latest I would normally go to sleep, that would be the time I've woken up. So effectively, I would have been up for 24 hours. Yeah. And honestly, I don't feel immensely tired. I feel relaxed. Maybe the fight that started this whole thing woke me up again. But I feel that once I get on my PC, I'll probably start to feel a bit tired and a bit irritated that I'm not in bed. So we'll just get that out of the way as soon as possible. I've got to do double time though, so it will take a little longer, but we will see. And then tomorrow we will continue on. This one seems like a generally good thing as well. I'm just putting all my points into samurai stuff. Who needs this ghost nonsense? There's still stuff I don't even know about yet. That's the kind of thing I was thinking is like, one of my concerns before I go is it feels like I'm unlocking a lot of stuff really early on. Not necessarily the collection stuff, as you can see that does have some good high numbers there. What I'm talking about is the ability to upgrade my armor and my weapons. So, as you can see, in terms of my sword, I am 3 away from the highest, so that means I've upgraded it 3 times already. I haven't upgraded that, so don't worry about that. With my outfits, I've upgraded a fair decent few. I've upgraded the samurai one. I'm already on the last upgrade for that. Don't use that one. Ronin, I'm on the last one for that. And I haven't upgraded that yet because I wasn't intending to use it for a long time, and it's mostly there for finding collectibles and stuff anyway. So I'll upgrade it when I mostly use it later on to help with finding artifacts. But so I'm already on like 2 outfits. I'm already on like unlocking the last upgrade for them, and this is still the first chapter. And I've just been told there's like 3 chapters or something, I believe. And if they're as lengthy as this one is, to me, I feel as if I'm getting rewarded too much too early on. Because I obviously don't know if I'm going to get any other weapons. It would be nice if I could get other weapons. Like I wouldn't mind being able to use some sort of like Yari, which is a type of spear. Other than using just a katana, but I'm honestly not sure because a lot of like the stuff I'm unlocking, like for the stances and stuff, is for swords, and I don't know if you will get anything else. And you can see how much I've already unlocked here and there, and it's quite a bit. So my concern so far is I will have unlocked a good amount, if not all, for certain things very, very early on, when I personally feel if this game is supposed to be a long game, that I am unlocking stuff too early, and that I should be getting gains a lot slower than I am right now. It feels like I'm just getting too much too soon, if that makes sense. Like, to be able to look like this early on, to be able to look like that already, to me is like, this is the sort of thing I'd probably expect to see like at least halfway through the mid game. Halfway through the mid game to look like this, generally this cool, and it's like this decked out. So that's where my concern is, really, is just being able to get upgrades and stuff for too soon, basically. But I hope I'm wrong, in the sense that I will get a new weapon. And other types of upgrades and stuff, but I'm honestly not sure. But that's just what my concern is. And I'm sure you can see what I'm talking about as well. But anyway. Now, of course, if you were only mostly focused on the story missions, more so than exploring and doing little tidbits of side quests and exploring the map, finding these Mongol camps and defeating their leaders, where I get more experience and unlock more stuff from them, maybe you will not get to this point yet, but the game promotes you exploring, so to me that's what the vast majority of people will do, at least a decent bit. So I feel as if like around the mid game I will already have like been maxed out on like certain armors. Probably not my weapon, because the weapon definitely has the most upgrades, but it's still really high on it. And I feel that towards the end of like the mid game, say, I feel like I would have upgraded everything I wanted to get. Of course, I may unlock new armors later on. There are new ones to get, but like in terms of what I have now, a good amount of it will be upgraded to the highest possibility that it can. So it does worry me. So we'll just have to see what happens when that comes, and just hope I'm mostly wrong, basically. So anyway, I will talk to you back on Discord for now and try and get through this nightly stuff as quick as possible, because like I said, I have to do yesterday's as well as today's, so it will be a double amount of pictures, double amount of check-in, all that jazz. So I'll speak to you back on Discord for now.